こんにちは。スティールライジング、早速始めます。進捗率どれぐらいなんかな？半分ぐらいが来てんのかな？いったとこか。あれか正規か。どうしようかな。ここから行くか。 対応レバー。キーアイテムっぽい。ここから行けそうやな。全事務員への告知。国王陛下から賜った指令により、総力を挙げてカリオストロ伯爵に無条件で協力し、伯爵閣下がお望みになるものや知識をすべてご提供するよう命令する。警視総監ティロード・クローヌ。誰？グレゴワール氏の手紙。あれか。違う。マップ。戻ってサブやってもいいんかな。グランシャトレ。もしかしてしていくだけでいいか。会場。あれこれか。帰り道遠いなぁ。先行くしかないか。うん。めぼしいものは特になし。陛下極まる機械軍団の持続性について、陛下がご不安を抱えていらっしゃることは私も承知しております。しかしどうかご安心くださいませ。オートマタの動作に使用されている科学技術はもはや実験段階などではありません。パリの市中に戦略的にウエスターを配置させた上で、十分な死傷者を生み出し、そして革命のボートたちが反逆を続ける限り、閣下のしもべたる機械軍団の動力が途切れることはなく、不中甚だしい暴動を叩き潰せることは確実です。何も説明してへんやん。新任のズボン、新任の着 気打つ。弱そう。弱。どうしようかな。どっちから行こうかな。しよっかな。バレかー。バレんのかい。今回あれあんのかする。何それ。配置はずるいやろ。これはこっち行ったら帰ってこれへんな。一旦こっちやな。どこのルート開けたんや。新しい土地か。さあ。完全に脇道か。一応戻るルートなのかな。戻ったら帰ってこれへんや。こっちまた来れへんや。 れは最初に戻ってきたのか。来た。戻ってきただけ。ほんなら雲がどうやって取るのかわからない配置アイテム。なんか取り方あるってことかな。あ、こっちか。あ、このルートか。これか。あ、俺やん。あれ。に限りますな。バレんのかい。なんでやねん、どんな長いねん。あ、死んだ。かどっちだったっけ。 あっぽい。やばいやばいやばい。落ちくんのか。うわー、分かった。は寄り道。これで帰ってきたんか。はい。あれも入る。最級かな。サブクエやるか。 強そう。ホーブール、サンジェルマン。なんで何回も出んね。サンジェルマン。サンジェルマンっていう名前は聞いたことある。けどいけない。ここまで来てまだあかんって言われんのか。まだ持ってない要素がある。せっかく来たのに。こっちか。こっち行ってない。一緒か。なんもないさそう。このいけない2段階は、2段階構えのいけないはめんどくさいな。もうサブクエええわってなるな。 し、手紙渡そう。よっしゃ。はあ。
Dieu soit loué. It is such a blessing to see you safe and sound.
This belongs to you.
Bless you, whoever you are.
Bless you.
You have our eternal gratitude.
I believe you've met Monsieur Julien Raymond from distant Saint-Domingue. He's one of the most eminent members of our organization.
And you? Mademoiselle? What should we call you?
My name is Aegis.
Aegis.
Ah, yes. The Aegis. The mighty shield and scourge of Zeus.
Mighty shield.
I wonder... Earlier, by the Pont Neuf, when you touched Monseigneur's ring, can you explain what happened?
The ring called to me. It compelled me to reach out and take it.
Come now.
The moment I touched it, I was transported. Somewhere else. It was the same strange world that you were in, Monseigneur.
Hell, you mean?
Or purgatory?
I saw things there. I saw Monseigneur giving a sermon.
What wickedness is this?
This explains the moment when you froze. And this isn't the only time you've experienced something like this, n'est-ce pas?
That is correct. It also happened with two objects I found in Place Dauphine.
And what happened there?
That is where I found your Bible and your cross, Monseigneur.
How did you know they belonged to me?
They demanded to be returned to you. You did not regain consciousness until I did so.
This is madness.
Let us not be so quick to judge, Monseigneur.
I witnessed the moment when your cross was taken from you. Then I saw you being locked in that box.
Eh bien voilà. It is just as I suspected. Here, Aegis, look at this. Over the course of my research, I unearthed this ancient document. I believe I have finally uncovered its meaning. It's a triangle with an identical inscription at each corner. Nemi, memory in ancient Greek. Then, in the center, there is an open eye which symbolizes awakening. Do you understand? The images you saw, Aegis, were Monseigneur de la Far's own memories. 3 echoes of the past tied to personal objects of his. 3 Nemes, memories which some dark alchemy had taken from him. Without them, his mind would have remained lost, incomplete. He would never have regained consciousness. But by returning these 3 objects to him, Aegis, you were able to save his immortal soul.
Tell me, Aegis, when you were at the clerk's office at the Châtelet, did you perhaps see a leather wallet near the abbot's documents?
No, Monseigneur.
Ah, that is unfortunate. Most unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Monseigneur? That other world where you were held prisoner. Do you still feel its effects?
This other world, as you call it, Aegis, is none other than hell itself. Gehenna. The place the Lord sends those who worship the beast. But hell didn't keep me. Has God given me a chance to redeem myself, perhaps?
違うんじゃ
What
かな。
task did you entrust to the abbot?
The Holy Office ordered me to keep an eye on the Comte de Cagliostro. This charlatan imagines himself to be the heir of Mesmer, the magnetizer, and seems to have ingratiated himself with the king. There have been disturbing reports about him that could lead to his excommunication. It is said that he can make the dead speak. Can you imagine? I asked the abbot to investigate the surroundings of Eugène de Vaucanson's workshop, where the Count had been seen coming and going for several weeks. I cannot disclose the details of what he discovered there, but it may well be related to the events that have plunged Paris into mourning.
おっ
I
てよ
bid you farewell, Monseigneur.
Wait just a moment, s'il vous plaît. You are one of Cagliostro's creatures, are you not?
What do you mean?
When did you awaken?
I do not understand, Monseigneur.
Well, that is to say, you talk, you think, you seem to act with some sort of free will. This was not always the case, that much is clear. You must agree that not all automates are as sophisticated as yourself. I'm attempting to unravel the mystery of your true nature. Tell me, what are your very first memories?
That is a question I am unable to answer.
How strange. In that case, you must surely be able to tell me who taught you what you know.
What I know, Monseigneur?
How can I put it in a way that you'll understand? For example, you call me Monseigneur. How do you know that this is how one addresses a member of the clergy of my rank?
I cannot explain it. I believe
Go on, Aegis.
I believe that this knowledge is not mine.
Well, I never. Did you hear that, Abbot?
I caught every word, mon ami.
ということは誰かの魂。
Mon père,
I need a moment alone. I must read over my notes in light of what we have just discovered.
すごいとこ乗れるな。いいかも。
Monseigneur,
お
Monsieur Raymond. What is the aim of this organization?
We publish articles and exert our influence on those who are in a position to improve the lot of our unfortunate brethren. Our numbers grow by the day, and we have many illustrious members, such as the Comte de Mirabeau and the Marquis de Lafayette. But it was Monsieur Brissot and the abbot that founded the group.
Good old Brissot. Shouldn't he be here by now?
Yes, mon père. He should have arrived hours ago. Alas, there has been no sign of him.
I hope to God that no misfortune has befallen him.
What fate does the kingdom reserve for those with black skin?
According to tradition, any enslaved person who sets foot on French soil is freed.
This rule is most problematic in the eyes of planters in the colonies, who would seek to maintain their precious labor force.
This is why, for the past 12 years, no black people have been allowed to disembark in any of the kingdom's ports. Those who accompany their masters on the journey are imprisoned in the Admiralty's jails the moment they leave the ship. As for those who manage to evade the authorities, they live in fear of the raids carried out by the Marshalsea.
Are you not subject to these laws, Monsieur Raymond?
I am fortunate enough to have been born a subject of the king through my father, and also to have received an education, and to be wealthy.
Naturally, that makes all the difference.
You are quite a long way from home, Monsieur Raymond.
I haven't been back to Saint-Domingue in nearly 5 years. I left my most trusted men in charge of overseeing my indigo plantation. I came to France with the aim of having an audience with the king. I hoped to convince him to use his automats for agricultural work. I was of the belief that this was the best way to ease the suffering of our enslaved brethren. Alas, it was all for naught. I was only able to get an audience with the Minister of the Navy, and even that was granted reluctantly. Later, when the king convened the Estates General, my hopes were renewed. I saw it as an opportunity to make our voices heard. And then, mon Dieu, what a disaster, Aegis. What a complete disaster.
Disaster. はい。なんでないのに。これは。今ついには。リュクサンブール。次行こう。こっちか。これ行こう。これか。お、これ取るためのルートかな。
Monsieur de Lafayette, you are safe and sound.
Safe and sound indeed, but with a broken soul. I have just returned from Place Dauphine.
I understand, monsieur. The Garde Nationale.
I was too late. All these brave men, cut down in a single attack. Why was I not among them? Alas, I am condemned to outlive them, and to witness an even greater calamity.
What disaster do you fear, monsieur?
It's a highly sensitive matter. I've been waiting in vain for a message of the utmost importance.
Can you tell me more about it?
Ma foi, at this point, I don't really have a choice.
You can speak freely. Have no fear.
Before the king's attack, I sent a squad of horsemen on a very important assignment. They were to collect a precious cargo at Gros Caillou, not far from the Hotel des Invalides.
What sort of cargo?
I'm sorry, Aegis, but I swore on my life to keep it a secret. All I can tell you is that it would give us a decisive advantage. But I haven't heard from my men. I'm worried that the exchange may have met with misfortune. It is paramount that I learn what happened and who has the cargo now. The future of the kingdom depends on it.
Since it's so important, I will go there myself and attempt to solve this mystery.
次に目標決まりましたと。中
Ah, you're back. Do you bring me glad tidings?
The abbot is safe and sound. He is at the Société des Amis des Noirs, with Monsieur Raymond and the Bishop of Nancy.
Very well. Very well. May Providence allow them to reach us safely. Though I despise war, we must rally the people for battle as soon as possible. A reliable source tells me the arsenal at Les Invalides is overflowing with weapons, but a royal automat guards it. I now have no doubt that you are capable of defeating such a creature. But are you prepared to go back into the fray?
Yes, I am.
Very well.
Yes, I am.
Try to clear the way so we can access the Hôtel des Invalides. Once you've done that, we'll take care of the rest. A handful of patriots are already there. Their task was to open a passage to the east, through the Faubourg Saint-Germain.
Very well. I will go and find them. Were you present when the Estates General was dissolved?
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat. I witnessed what it cost to defy the crown. We laid bare before the king the abject misery of his subjects. It was more than he could suffer. So he had the people's representatives dispersed by means of bayonets. At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood. Positively angelic compared to the machines that have swept through Paris.
聞いた気がする。
Goodbye, Monsieur de Robespierre. 頑張りたい。か、シャワー。 Reaching Les Invalides by the moat. I shall have to go round it through the Faubourg Saint-Germain. According to Monsieur de Robespierre, his men have cleared a path for me.
サーブいっぱいできてる。チェッカー。うん、いけない。こうはいけるか。これか。やっていくんや。あれ、積んだ。どうしたらいいんや。 でいいんかな、このサブクエ。あれ、帰り方が、これでいいか。どっから来たかわからなくなった。こっちか。
Dieu Tout-Puissant!
Madame de Polignac.
It's dreadful, Aegis. All is lost.
How were you able to leave Saint Cloud?
Earlier, after you ventured out into the palace grounds, all of the machines that were guarding us set out after you. I seized the opportunity to go to the stables and jump into a horseless carriage.
What are you doing here, Madame?
The children, Aegis. Charlotte and the Dauphin. The Queen and the Marquis de Lafayette did everything they could do to save them from the King's madness. I spent days working out every detail of this operation with the greatest secrecy. The preparations for departure with our accomplices in the Queen's house. The children's escape, hidden inside this wagon. Our meeting here, in this very place. Then our departure with the riders who were to ensure our safe passage all the way to Austria. They would have been safe there with their uncle, the Emperor. But you can see for yourself. The children are nowhere to be seen. Poor Monsieur Cléry. He was the Dauphin's valet. The poor soul gave his life to protect the little ones.
Madame.
よう生きてるな。
A red cap with a rooster embroidered on it. A list of staging posts between Paris and Liège. Perhaps Madame de Polignac will know what this means. Four horses for 3 men. Someone is missing.
Steelrisingどっかに来てる？わからない。
Madame, the attackers all bear the same red cap with an embroidered rooster.
It's the symbol worn by those who support the Duc d'Orléans.
One of them had a map indicating all the staging posts from here to the Principality of Liège.
Liège? That rabble-ridden city is where the Duke and his miscreants have established their base.
Over here, there are 4 dead horses, and the body of a 3rd man wearing a red cap.
4 horses for 3 men. That means one assailant managed to get away. It's beyond doubt. The Duke's men have taken the children. They're the ones behind this ambush. And they knew every detail of our plans. We were betrayed.
But surely the ambush did not go exactly as planned. 3 of them lost their lives.
That's true. If only we could catch the one who was able to escape. But now that I think about it, the riders that the Marquis de Lafayette promised us, if they made it here, they may have been able to surprise the kidnappers and stop them from carrying out their misdeed. By the grace of God, they may already be on their way to Vienna with the children.
I shall get to the bottom of this. Which garrison is this squad from?
They are stationed at the Hôtel des Invalides. The riders must have left from there.
Very well. I will try to retrace their steps. As for you, please return to the Queen at once. You have taken enough risks as it is.
Find the children, Aegis. Je vous en supplie.
から戻るのか。なかなかにめんどくさい。探す。これあれか。あのイベントやってからあれ行くべきなのかな。加減性あんのかな。スープか。ここは特にやるの関係ないんか。入れるだけ。あそこよね。逆からか。
They perished in the line of
その
duty.
時解放してくれよ。そもそも絶対行かれへんやんけ。地図が位置関係がわからん。あ
It's
あ、
in
ま
the
た
Luxembourg Gardens. I should keep looking.
これか。
Athénaïs, pour l'amour de Dieu, run and hide!
What do you mean, Papa?
Hurry, I beg you! The Count is at our door. He shall take us away.
Good heavens!
Don't worry about me. Run, I say. Run!
Where could she have escaped to? That hiding place in the Luxembourg Gardens. If I could find out where it was, I could track Athénaïs.
「アドリーのキュロット」「アドリーのキュロット」微妙。炎と氷。これいいけどなぁ。使えないね。この武器もしかして使えるのでは。いや、でもなぁ。B やしなぁ。かこれで。違う違う。 メラの方向に手近いでいらんわ。次行くとこはこっちか。この上あれか。やすくなって以上。めんどくさそうないっぱいおる。あとはあいつだけ。
after us. You must carry on, I beg you.
I'll never make it. I'm out of breath.
Bravo, Dechia. Suzanne, just a bit more. We're almost there.
大変やったんやな。ボロボロやん。振り抜き早いなこいつら。に引っかかってんなこいつら。やばい。ボス。
Ravaged the church and slaughtered the faithful.
「親愛なる女祭様へ、肉親が病気となり看病を必要としていることから大変心苦しいですが、私はオルレアンへと旅立ちます。そして私が不在の間、貴殿に残す堂の鍵を託し、葬儀の進行をお任せします。主と共にあらんことを、聖マリア教会ミシュロ神父より、オルレアン。ここはあいつがあれか、いつか、最悪や。 い、やばいやばい。な、これか。あれ、
It's going to give way.
Right, Susan! It's too late!
Jack! No!
で、干す。やらっくるときにやけど。はい。こっちでも一緒のルートか。そんなバカな。どうしようかな。スタミナも欲しい。耐久かな。と一本ショップショップ。あかん、出ない。か。さっきのでかいのがいたとこかな。
It's going to be all right. This machine is alone and the door is barricaded.
It won't hold. Did you see how easily those demons entered the church?
Don't be afraid. I mean you no harm.
Oh, Senor, he can speak.
What do you want with us, Automat?
What happened in this church?
You should know. It was your kind that slaughtered these lambs. I don't think those who were able to escape stand much of a chance either.
Where are the survivors?
They're hiding in the catacombs behind the church.
There's also the gentleman that the automats took alive.
The gentleman.
We haven't the slightest idea.
That's enough questions now. Leave us be, Vertu.
遅いな。この先なんかあんのかな。なんもなかったりして。ルートではないよね。回復薬評価ゲット。来る価値はあった。仲間持っとるというか、こっちはこっちでシナリオで来るとのか。メインクエストっぽいな。クエでしょ。一応ショートバター作っとくね。OK。期待にはある。強化しとこう。OK。回復量アップ。あれ嫌いやな。攻撃して逃げるしかない。ヒットアンダーウェイ。 相手の使用中はジャンプできへんのか。カット開けて今どこに繋がったのかは全然わからない。ここか。わったわった。これでモジュールももう一個サイドいけそう。あっちは帰り道か。
I'm getting closer to Les Invalides. Here, I should be able to cross the moat easily.
ほんまに簡単に越えれる？なんかおるし。よし。んで、あれはアイテムか。消えるんですかこれ。消えるんですか。出た。
The debt was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Necker. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware, Necker. Beware. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
まあな、そら増税したら怒る。簡単に増税言いやがって。ボスっぽいなぁ。ボスっぽいなぁ。ボスでした。
Suzanne, my dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No. Oh no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I had frightful visions, rageful wraiths filled with pain and sorrow. And it was cold enough to curdle the blood. Oh, it's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. So big, so powerful. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror and death. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Necker, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to dismiss me from his service.
What does he accuse you of?
My alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no doubt. And most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene the Estates General.
How and when were you captured?
When the machines attacked, my wife and I fled our home to hide not far from there, in the Église Sainte-Marie. But we didn't stand a chance against the machines. They overran the nave, wantonly mowing down the faithful. My wife, my poor wife, she wasn't able to escape. I'm sadly convinced of this. As for me, my life was spared only so I could be tormented. What is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me in this kingdom. I need to find a safe place where I can prepare for my departure as soon as possible.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
リュクサンブール。土地は覚えられそう。
À la bonne heure, she's back.
Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we all owe you. As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing
重要人
stronger.
物集めて、
While the most
一応まだ
determined
準
are
備を
already planning our counterattack.
I did not expect to see you all together.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they had established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honorable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the Club Breton, secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed.
You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligations bring me to Paris. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me. Just look at how thick these walls are.
For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
Where are the monks, mon père?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of Paris. However, we bear no illusions. We are weak, we are divided.
And we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have no chance of turning things around.
You are sent by heaven above, Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelia Convent your headquarters and a welcome refuge.
We must speak, you and I, in private, if you please. Monsieur de Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre, a labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, it is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him.
なんで聞かれたらあかんのよ。
Monsieur Necker.
I owe you my life, madame. So I'm embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
Do not fear. You have my full attention.
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot bring myself to accept her death. Despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. I need to be sure. Mon Dieu. What have I done to deserve such a fate? Why has the king sworn to destroy me? And all that I hold dear. After everything I've done for him. My abnegation.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. Well, my life and my fortune as well. I refuse to accept any remuneration for my services in order to keep the accounts balanced. And I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million livres from my own private accounts, bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, which the king keeps in a tailor-made armoire d'affaires in the Palais des Tuileries. He stores all his secrets there. I'd wager there's enough in there to sully his reputation 100 times over. You must retrieve these bonds post-haste, madame. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more murderous automats.
Do I have any chance of opening it?
Don't even think about it, madame. Despite your incredible strength, that safe is said to be impenetrable. It was designed precisely to that effect. I personally never had access to it. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister that I always was.
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow advisors, most likely. Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round Versailles for a while now. It's said that Monsieur de Mirabeau used to come and go as he pleased at the Tuileries, that he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity, of course. Who knows? He might know more about this matter than I do.
I will ask him. Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated I refuse, and I bonds in the he stopped. You must retrieve. They must not. Don't even think about it. It was designed precisely, I suppose.
Who has the key?
The kingdom.
Anyone?
How could I know? Now that there's a rumor. It's said that he oversaw not in any. Who knows?
I will ask him. I will look into what happened to your wife.
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start my investigation?
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. We were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie, on Rue de Bourgogne.
I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved wife again, and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
I'm not done investigating yet.
Don't give up, I beg you. Remember, the last time I saw my poor wife, we were in the Église Sainte-Marie on Rue de Bourgogne. That's in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. As for the bonds, you'll find them in the Armoire d'Affaires, in the Palais des Tuileries.
Okay. アンベルメニル主任司祭グレゴワール氏フランシスコ会の戒律として俗事に関わることは禁止されています。我らは祈りによって迷える魂を救済し、主の身元へと送り出すのが使命であるのです。貴殿にはフランシスコ会の兄弟たちに伝わる聖害を託します。どうか貴殿を 貴殿と加護を求める方たちが、修道院の食堂において降りかかる薬剤から守られるよう祈りを捧げます。神のご加護があらんことを。エチエンヌ神父より。誰が誰やら。
Word, s'il vous plaît.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the Empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santé are most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between two planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hotel de Massiac alive.
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
No, not yet.
Remember, it's by Les Halles, just west of the Marché des Innocents.
You are quite a long way from home.
I was late and that month.
See you later, perhaps. My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Méry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix, Aegis.
サンドマングアカン軍より1789年3月20日。この手紙は三向かいの前にお前と解くように神に乗る。どうかベルサイユで怒りをぶちまけてくれないか。農業に関する問題など二の次、三の次で十分だ。議論すべきは黒人の大議員がいないことであり、白人の議員たちの願望が俺たちの法律になってはいけないことについてだ。 どうか鋼の石で黒人に向けられた軽蔑と戦ってくれ。それと、ネッケル閣下とも話をしてきてもらいたい。あのお方の自伝事業からは、慈愛の精神がにじみ出ている。もしかすると、抑圧された人々の味方なのやもしれない。幸運と健康を祈る。お前の友であり弟、フランソワ・レイモンド。フランソワ・レイモンド。の弟か。
Monsieur Bay.
Ah, mademoiselle. I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
Goodbye, Monsieur Bay.
Goodbye.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
How do you intend to counter the King's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsanji has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
まあ、詰まったら喧嘩ばっかりやな。人民の友。政治と平等のための新聞。知力、策略、強胆、不屈、これほどの能力が攻撃のために使われないということなら一体どんな使い道があるというのだろう。1年前、ネッケルお大臣閣下様が人為的な飢饉を引き起こす条約を制定したことを人民は決して忘れてはならない。1788年の夏、食料不足の危機が迫っているのだと告知して、意図的にパンの値段を吊り上げた。その後、物価の高騰を口実にネッケルは1000倍制を導入した。すなわちパン職人たちが自分で調達した物資を使って適切だと判断したパンを焼く自由を覚えておったのだ。敬愛なる読者諸君、我らが自愛家閣下は、このような手法を通じてフランス王国のあらゆる穀物を独占し、お仲間たちの私腹を陶器で肥やしたのだ。ネッケルお大臣閣下様のお友達、大臣様、貴族様、司法官様をはじめ、その他諸々の狡猾な、おーい、進んでくれ。読みづれー。いいか。よし。さて次どれあげよっかな。パワー。金がない。 ジュール生命力モジュール、これで、これが生命力かな。これでこれかな。よいしょ。サブクエットクリアしたら今回終わりにしようかな。
They fled in that direction. I should be able to find a way in. I have already passed by the Église Sainte-Marie. I can get back there quickly from here.
どうしようかな。早くこう。早くこう。これ、こっちか。
Traces of gunpowder. It would appear that Monsieur Lavoisier's gunpowder was taken to the Bastille.
別のとこにいるよ。よし、じゃあ、もう一個だけやろう。あれやろう。でも見つけてくるな。 裏の上道やったっぽい。ということはこっちか。これか。
Some worshippers were able to escape the automats. They ran towards the entrance to the catacombs.
サブは終わりっぽいかな。よし、帰ろう。帰り道がわからん。あれか。ルートはあれか。おる。 違うルートっぽい。いや、どっちやろう。一旦こっち行くか。寄り道やった。はあ。どこや。こっちか。
Madame
あなた
Necker
へこの手
escaped.
紙を読んでいる
I
という
must
方は
inform her
主
husband
は
immediately.
私たち二人にご慈悲を与えてくださり、この教会が私たちの墓場にならなかったということなのでしょう。私はなんとかあのひどい虐殺を切り抜けることができました。これからサン・シュルピスの慈善病院まで娘のジュルメーヌを探しに行きます。病院であなたのことをお待ちしています。あなたの最愛の妻、スザンナより。病院におるって。病院どこかな。帰り道どこ？遠いな。
No! No, proszę. The grass. I don't want to die. Not like this.
全然気づかへんかった。
I would have set fire to that monster factory long ago.
A monster factory?
Demonic forges. The Gehenna where you were smelted, just like all the murderers of your kind.
Monsieur, I have no intention of harming you. On the contrary, I have come to put an end to the king's actions.
If you're telling the truth, then go away and let me live. Put down your weapons, please. I beg you to spare these poor people.
These poor people? But the streets are empty. There's not a soul there who's still alive.
There are still those who resist. Some good people came here earlier and asked me for a drink. They swore they would liberate the Hotel des Invalides. They looked exhausted, but utterly determined to fight to their very last breath.
Mats, have you observed their movements?
A convoy, led by those machines, went by here. Countless wagons, loaded with barrels. They came from the north, most likely from the factories. I think something terrible is going to happen.
Will happen?
I don't know, but I have a terrible feeling. Laissez-moi à présent. You'll draw those creatures to us.
Okay. お、強化できる。体力かな。OK。今回はこれぐらいで。ボスは、なんていうか、ダクサとかと比べてめちゃくちゃ弱いよね。なんか、道中はそれなりにしんどいけど、ボスが弱くて若干物足りない。まあ、こんなもんか。はい。 今回はこれぐらいにしとこうと思います。もし見てくれた人いたらありがとうございます。よければフォローとかもお願いします。では、配信の方終わります。お疲れ様です。バイバーイ。